Let's talk about my recent trip to Korea. Korea is probably my favorite travel destination, considering it's the only country I've been to more than once. I just wanted to make a video talking about my favorite place to train Hapkido, which is Kyungmu or KM Hapkido in Seoul. Led by Grandmaster Kim Nam Jai, this dojang has been around for decades. There's so much to say about it. Master Kim is an original student of Master Ji Hanje, and he's been teaching nonstop in Seoul ever since. I had the privilege of visiting this school during my first trip to Korea in 2017. There was a group of about 30 of us from Colombia as well as various cities around the US, and we just had a seminar there. Which was awesome, don't get me wrong, but with a group that big, I felt kind of incomplete. Like, it's a little commercialized when you're with a group that big, it kind of has to be, but I didn't have that much individual attention with the instructors there. I felt kind of the same way when I visited the KHF Hapkido Masters course in Philadelphia last year. But that can be a topic for another time if you're interested. But anyway, I've been shooting to get back to Korea for many reasons, mainly because I knew Master Kim was getting older and I needed another visit to his dojang. I finally made that happen in April of this year. They welcomed me with open arms. It was just as I remembered it. I got to attend 4 of their classes, and it was fun to just be a participant for once. You know, at home I'm always teaching and running things, so I'd like to get more opportunities like these. For some context, my Grandmaster Kim retired a few years ago, so these opportunities are a lot fewer than I would like. But these classes were a blast. We did your standard stretching and calisthenics to start, as well as some warm-up kicks. I didn't get to film quite everything because, per Master Kim's advice, he didn't just want me to film things indiscriminately because he was trying to respect the privacy of the attendants of the class that may not have wanted to be filmed, which I respect. But I really was looking forward to working on those self-defense techniques that Master Kim is really known for. You can find tons of videos of him demonstrating techniques over the years. KM Hapkido released an app a few years ago that just had hours and hours of footage of him demonstrating all kinds of techniques. I used to watch those and practice from them quite often. But I arrived early for each of the classes, and Master Kim was cordial enough to work with me and whoever else was there early on some of these techniques. It was some great one-on-one guidance and exactly what I was searching for since my first trip. Like, if you go to a seminar with 100 people, you're just not going to get the same type of feedback as you would in a classroom setting. And side note, Master Kim is extremely personable and funny and kind. He makes you feel important and that he's paying attention to you and trying to help you, which unfortunately is not super common in the martial arts world, especially for someone with as much stature and prestige as this man has. He just gave me a few basic wrist techniques to work on, hammering on the very basics, movement stemming from the danjeon, proper breathing, alignment, etc. And this is basically what all Hapkido techniques stem from anyway, so if you build a really good foundation like this, then you'll have a much better time with everything else that you do. He very much emphasizes moving yourself around your opponent rather than trying to make them conform to what you're trying to do. And he loves to have you squeeze and just resist as hard as you can, and then he just comically performs his technique with ease. And during class, I got to work with a few fun people on these same techniques as well. And we practiced some other kicking and falling techniques in addition to this. And I even took back some pointers on how I can better run my classes stateside, which I was thankful for. It was just fun to hear about other people's walks of life and the federations that they belong to.
No.
There were other people visiting just like I was, and then there were other locals that attended the class. I very much wish I lived there or had more access to go to these classes because this was a really tight-knit group and I'm glad I met them. I'm just so grateful to KM Hapkido and Master Kim in particular for their inclusivity and their dedication to drama-free and fluff-free Hapkido. If you're ever in Seoul, you really need to reach out to them and stop by for your own sake. And I just wanted to share my experience and highlight this beacon of Hapkido, one of its most important and historical members, and just appreciate how it helped me reignite some of my passions for the art. I really hope to get back to this dojang again very soon, in much less than 7 years this time, and I wish all of them the success that they deserve. And also a big thanks to my friend Taeyok for practicing with me, but also for letting me film what I call the quintessential KM Hapkido technique. Definitely miss all of y'all on this channel. I really haven't posted in a very long time aside from a few tutorial videos. I'm still here, still dedicated to Hapkido, still teaching classes, still training. Just with the videos, they're very hard to think of and then to make. I always have some of these back burner ideas in my head, but I haven't really put forth effort into making videos. But I know there's a following here, and I know you guys are very faithful and you love the art as well. So if you have any ideas of things you'd want to see or just feedback in general, I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys for watching and keep training.